Okay. So look at your writing and you're going to read over it. And I want you to just underline the phrases that trigger you the most. And there is like, don't be so hard on yourself when you're doing this. Like there isn't like an exact science. So you're just going to underline the phrases that kind of that you feel more. And again, like if you don't get the exact one, it's not a big deal. It's just sort of a place to start. Um, you should get maybe like one or two at the very least. Okay, so you're gonna grab your object. Okay, and there we go. You're gonna grab your object, and I'm assuming all of you are sitting. You're gonna put your object. You're gonna sit like sort of straight up, so your spine is straight. And I have my legs sort of at 45 degrees, so I can have my object sort of in between, and I'm holding it with two hands. And um, you're gonna look straight forward, and your eyes are going to focus downward towards your object. And I want you to pick that one phrase, that one triggering phrase first, or just the idea, or you can just bring up the whole situation. Whatever it is, I want you to bring it forth in your mind. And when you think about it, where in your body does it rise? Where do you feel it first? Again, it's not an exact science. You're not going to fail if you don't get the exact place, but there should be a place that, like, boom, you feel it there first, and then it sort of spans out somewhere. Okay, so just take a note of that. You might, if you want to write it down, you can, or just remember it. It's okay. And we're going to give it a number, like an intensity number. So again, bring forth your issue in your mind. Bring forth your issue in your mind. And of course, that part of your body is going to react. And let's give it a number. 10 is like you can't sleep at all because you're just thinking about it. It's just tormenting you. And 0 is you haven't thought about it for years. So which one is it? Find a number in between 0 and 10 and just take the note of the number. You can write it down if you feel like it, or you can just remember it. Let's just have some fun with it. Let's give it a color. If it were to have a color, and this is your imagination, of course, if this issue were to have a color, what color would it be? Hmm, excellent. Sometimes, because you're muted, you can actually speak it. It's really good for your nervous system to hear you saying things, and it's sort of like a biofeedback, like it just your system hears it, your cells hear it. Hmm. Now let's give it a texture. Let's have some fun with it. Gavin's already yawning. I love that. That's a good sign. Yawning is good, right, Kathy? All right. Yawning means things are moving. All right. So now we're going to give it a texture. Texture. If this issue were to have a texture, what would it be? And if this is all too much to remember, you can just write the number, the color, the texture really quickly on your paper so you kind of keep track of it. All right. So now that one salient phrase, that one phrase that, the one that causes the most trouble, we are going to just say that as we're moving the ball left to right from bottom to top. And I'm going to demonstrate and then you will do it. So my phrase is, I am alone. Like that's a phrase that always brings me, that stomach pit of my stomach thing. So I am alone. And I'm going to notice my eyes are following the ball. I am alone. And I'm going to mentally connect with that part of my body that fires up when I say it. And notice I'm going higher and higher. And notice both my hands are on the object. and my head is still, and I'm going all the way to the top. And I want you to say the phrase, the troublesome phrase all the way to the top. All right? Ready? Or if it's a story, you can tell the story. If it's too long, that's fine too. Can't go wrong. You need to have both hands on the object. There's something about your left arms crossing your midline and right arm crossing the midline. So, ready? So you're gonna just slowly go left to right. Take deep breaths. Repeat your phrase over and over again. Follow the object with your eyes. You should feel a tiny like pull because your eyes are not really used to doing this. You should feel your eyeballs moving, like those muscles warming up. You notice I'm going higher and higher. Take a deep breath. Bring the object down. All right. Now for the fun part. Okay. So I'm going to take my glasses off for this one because I do want to also work on my issue. And it's kind of important to, if you have glasses, because when you have the frames, you are not able to really see on their sides. And slowly your eyes sort of just get used to seeing in this small little tube. So if you take your glasses off, then you have more to look around. And it doesn't matter that you don't see it clearly. That's okay. So the number 8, which also is an infinity, we are going to move, and I want you to watch me first because especially if you've never done it, you're going to be moving the ball in the shape of an infinity around your face. And the goal is to really give your eye a stretch in every corner. So when you hit this loop of the 8, your eye has to be stretching. And it's not about speed, it's about quality. So I really want you to follow the ball. And what you're going to notice when you're doing this is sometimes your eye is going to either tear up, or you're going to feel some pressure like in your forehead because your eye muscles are pulling those muscles there. If you feel an intense pressure, spend a little more time there and breathe through that. Like what I normally get is I get an eye flutter, or my entire eyelid will just do this uncontrollable fluttering. And to loosen that up, you're going to stay there a little bit longer. I don't know if you can tell, but my eye does this weird thing when I'm here. Um, while you're doing the 8, I'm going to add another level of difficulty here. You're going to tell the story of your issue. You don't need to look down at your writing. You know your issue by heart, I'm sure. You're going to tell the story of your issue. Again, we're going to tell it like a toddler. We're going to say exactly what we want to say. We're going to not analyze any of it. This is not time to analyze anything. We're just what we're doing is we're allowing the feelings and the words to be heard by the body. So your cells, your body is listening to your words. Um, and so we're not going to censor it. So if we're mad, we're going to be mad. If we're sad, you're going to allow yourself to be sad. Whatever you feel, you're just going to expand and you're going to just be welcoming all of it. Okay. Don't, if you notice yourself all of a sudden censoring, just even notice the censoring and just let it go and just continue with your toddler approach. Okay. When I say toddlers, toddlers are not going to care. They just say, I want my mommy and I want the moon. I want to touch the moon. They don't care that it's not possible. Right. So, um, ready? So you're going to tell the story. If your story ends because it's really short, you're going to start it over. If it ends again, you're going to start it over. Okay. We got it? Any questions? You can unmute yourself. Anybody?
So I'm just coming to terms with the So telling the story but not analyzing it. So would you therefore include your emotions about it or?
Yeah, what I'm saying is you're not going to try to psychoanalyze it where you're gonna not going to say, "Oh, I think it's because I'm this." You're just going to share the feelings that are coming up. So anything that comes up, you're not. I think the analysis part sometimes tries to put it in a box and put a bow on it, right? So the analysis tends to restrict the emotions from coming out. So we're just sort of just saying whatever the heck we want to say about it. We're on mute, so no one can hear, unless you're with someone there. But I can't hear and none of us can hear. So you're just going to allow anything to come out and not censor
We
whatever.
do, we do want to express the emotions associated.
Yeah, everything. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
We'll
Yeah,
welcome all of it.
yeah, and don't judge
And
it, or
yeah, don't
if you
judge
want
it.
to,
And also
and
let's
if
be
you need to swear
curious.
like a truck driver, have at it.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of a fun, think of it like a game. Yeah. Ready? All right. I'm not going to be speaking my part because I'm going to be every once in a while telling you to breathe because breathing is what's going to make this move like this, whatever is stuck, wherever it's stuck. When we're moving our eyes around, what we're doing is we're accessing memories, we're accessing where this is found. And if there's any glitches, that's usually where that issue is located in your brain. And we're moving it around, and we're also allowing your brain to get different perspectives of the issue because we're activating other parts of your brain that normally are not helping making decisions or thinking. Ready? All right, so you're muted and now you're telling the story nice and slow. Make sure your head
Just
is
one hand now?
straight forward.
You
Yep.
still have two hands? Just one
What?
hand? Okay, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. You can.
Before you said to keep both hands on the object, so
Oh,
now
oh,
we just,
thank you, Emily. You're awesome. No, no, no. In this case, what's more important is you're not gonna be able to do that. My arms are really short anyway. So it doesn't matter which arm holds the ball. What does matter is that your ball goes in an infinity and your head stays still and your eye follows the ball. Thank you for asking that.
And it matters saying it out loud, right?
Yeah, and you are saying it out loud. You're saying your issue out loud. You're telling the story. Let's tell it from the beginning. Nice and slow. Make sure your head, you can self-correct your chin if you notice yourself drifting from center. I'm going to spend some time here because my eye is doing something crazy. Breathe through it. Follow the object. Really get some stretching in those eyes. Continue to tell your story out loud. This is usually where I spend most of my time right here. Take another deep breath. Make sure it's audible when you exhale. Excellent. Another deep breath. If you finish your story, start over. If your eye is trembling, stay there and breathe. Right. One more minute, and then we're going to take a break. Make sure you correct your chin. Make sure you're in center. Excellent. 10 more seconds. All right. We're going to take a break. If you have glasses, you can put them back on. You can rub your eyes. Mm. Okay. Now we're gonna do some yawning. So you're gonna force a yawn on the left side. You're gonna turn your head to one side and open your mouth as wide as possible, and it's gonna create a yawn. Same on the other side. Excellent. All right. And now I have a teeny tiny space, but I'm still going to do it. We're going to walk a figure eight on the ground. Wherever you are going to get up and you are going to walk a figure eight. And it mimics walking like a labyrinth. And what the eyes do when you're walking a figure eight is they move side to side to navigate your space. So that's really what's going on when you're doing the figure eight. So I'm going to actually guide you through it. So if you guys can stand up and the figure eight you walk does not matter how big it is. So if you have a tiny space, do a tiny figure eight. Just keep track of, that you're walking it. And when you start your first figure eight, you can start walking. You can start walking. When you start, you're going to keep your eyes down and sort of facing on the floor. And just nice and slow, take some deep breaths, keep your eyes downwards. Try to notice things on the ground while you're walking your figure eight. Notice things on the ground. Notice your feet. Notice the pressure of your feet against the ground. If you're wearing shoes, notice what they feel like around your feet. Now I want you to sort of lift your eyes up a little bit as you're walking the figure eight and look around your room. And I want you to notice, as you're walking the figure eight, I want you to notice something you haven't noticed before in your room. Just something. It could be like, for me, it's always cobwebs or a spider. Um, then I want you to freeze wherever you are and flip your body. So then you're walking the other, it's like you're making a U-turn and you're going the other way. And I want you to also now look around the room and notice how you're seeing totally new things. It's like the coolest thing. It's like you're in a different room. And the last set of figure eights, you're going to keep your head straight and focus your eyes upwards as you're walking your figure eight and try to be really safe and careful that you don't trip on anything. You can cheat if you need to. Excellent. And remember to breathe. All right. You may sit down. All right. And since we're all in like a chair, I think we're gonna do three yawns now. And the last yawn is gonna be one of these like leaning back yawns. So and one on the left and the one on the right. Excellent. Okay. Now we're going to do a quick check, which is you're going to grab your ball and put it back in the lower position. And I want you to keep your head straight and your eyes are looking down. Your eyes are open, looking downwards towards the object, towards your body. And go back to your original issue. And maybe you have your notes about what it was. And I want you to bring up that troublesome phrase once again. Bring up the troublesome phrase and see where it now comes up in your body. It might be the same location. It might be a different place. It's all good. There's no it's not a bad thing. Nothing's bad. So if it's in the same place, that's fine because Cogno sometimes takes a day, sometimes it's immediate. It doesn't, works in mysterious ways. So we're not going to be hard on ourselves. All right, now let's give it a number. Again, 10 is just so dire, horrible, keeping you up at night. And 0 is you're just the best day in the planet. You're just laying on a hammock. Where are you on that concerning this issue? Did the color change? Let's give it a color. What color is it now? Is it the same color? Is it different shade? What texture? Excellent. All right, just take a note of that. If anything changed, you might want to write it down so we can share it later. Excellent. All right. So we just assessed where we are. Now um, we're going to do another set with the ball. We're going to do the figure 8. Now, if you remember, I don't know if you remember, but I always go this way. I want you to try going the other direction. If you don't remember, no big deal. Please, again, not a big deal. So you know what I'm going to ask you to do? We're going to tell the story of this issue one more time. And what we're doing just before you start is when we do this, what we're doing is we're allowing the nervous system to take a look at this problem. Normally, when we have an issue, only a small part of our brain is activated. So, what we're doing when we're talking about our issue out loud and letting our body hear it, um, we're also letting all these other parts of our brain, which is almost like I would call it the higher self. But, it's every other part of our brain is being activated and they're kind of rolling up their sleeves and are going to give their opinion. Get it? It's like so a much higher percentage of our brain is involved in helping us solve this issue, which is why Cogno is so immediate. So we're going to think about it that way. Like we have this council of elders up here in our heads, and they're all going to hear it now. It's not just one little elder, it's all of them. So let's just tell this person, these people, our problem. So, ready? So tell the story of your issue one more time. And again, it doesn't matter which hand holds the ball. The most important thing is your eye is following the ball. Make sure your eye is on the object and that your head is straight forward. Trying to get those nice big stretches. And it's not, speed is not the issue here. It's nice and slow. If you feel any pressure in your forehead in any area, stay there a little longer and breathe through it so you can release it. I pretty much stay here the whole time. If you finish your story, start over, tell it again. Maybe there's some details you forgot. Oh, and if something else comes up, like while you're doing this, if something else completely unrelated to this issue comes up, you can also give it voice. Somehow your brain filed it in the same location, and we're going to give it voice. It doesn't have to make sense. Nothing has to make sense. Just say what comes to mind. We're not judging any of it. Breathe. And when I say breathe, I need you to exhale audibly. Whew. Find a spot that is most difficult and hang out there for a little bit. Like I call it squeegee. Like you're squeegeeing the ball or the object back and forth. Breathe through it again. Excellent. All right. We're going to take a break. Bring the ball on the table for a second. Rub your eyes. Okay. All right. We're going to do one more of those assessments, which is you're going to hold the ball down. And again, I want you to think of your issue, bring it forth, or your troublesome phrase, the triggering phrase. Say it again. Where does it pop up now? Same place. Take a deep breath. If you have a hard time locating it, just go to your paper and read it. Read it out loud. See if it's still there. Test it out. Right? Give it a color. Notice if it's changed. It's okay if it hasn't. You're just noticing, that's all. And texture. What is it now? If you're having trouble keeping track, write it down. If something came up during the session that you remembered something that you had forgotten, or you you might want to write it down now because Cogno has a way of wiping all that off. All right. Now we're going to do is called map in. And map in is the part of the session where we make the right side of the brain share with the left side what it learned and vice versa. So I'm going to demonstrate first and then you can do it. So you're going to hold the object with two hands. Do not let go. And you're going to start low and you're going to rotate your object so that your eye sees different color every time. So like this: purple, orange, yellow, orange, green, purple, blue, purple, white, yellow, purple, red, blue. Okay, got it? So let's go. Start at the bottom. Keep yourself centered. Head straight. You're following the object. Your hands are on the object the whole time. Call out the colors you see on each side. The only reason you're rotating it so you see different colors. Don't get stuck on the details. All right. Take a deep breath. Bring the object down. I'm curious. I love seeing all this yawning. This is so good. Yawning means things are moving.